my name is Mary. Thank you for joining us today while we stretch and get a little stronger so our everyday activities are just a little easier to do. Before you begin this or any other exercise program, you'll want to check with your doctor, and he'll tell you exercises you should or shouldn't do. Then you'll want to put on loose, comfortable clothing so you can bend or stretch without being impeded or restricted at all. Also, you'll want to have water to drink before, during, and after our time together. You want to make sure you eat well because that gives you the good energy that you'll have to continue exercising, and doing it continuously on a regular basis. That will really help you get stronger faster. You'll want to work at your own pace. So if Carol and I are going too quickly for you, you can slow it right down. But if we're going too slow for you and you could increase the pace in a safe manner, you can go right ahead. Of course, if you're ever feeling dizzy or out of breath, then you'll want to stop right away. So today, we want to make sure that we're not pushing or bouncing or doing anything that will make a move snap or hurt any part of our bodies. So we want to listen to our body, and if our body says to slow down, then that's exactly what we do. So before we begin this program, what I need to remind you of is we are going to be working with something that is long. Something that's long and something that doesn't bend. Here are some ideas. You could have an umbrella. That's going to be nice and make us nice and flexible. If you don't have an umbrella, you could get a yardstick. If you don't have that, you could actually, if nobody was looking, take the map off the wall, fold it up, and you've got this. Or you could have wrapping paper, or you could have a dowel. So there's lots and lots of things that you could have that are kind of round and roly-poly. Before we start the program, let's meet Carol.
Hi, I'm Carol. I love to dance, I like to read, I enjoy spending time with my family and friends, but most of all, I like to exercise.
That's fantastic, and that's one of the reasons I love Carol, because not only does she love to exercise, she loves to hang around happy people, which is great, which is why I hang around with Carol.
And I hang around with Mary.
And we hang around with you.
Yeah.
Because you'll find that when you exercise, you just feel a little better, a little cheerier, and you'll want to eat better, and you'll want to hang around good old palsy-walsies who smile a lot. Also, what I want to remind you is that when you work with something that is round, some people have a really hard time holding on to something like this. So that's when you'd need to take a pair of gloves, and then holding on to the glove will make it a lot easier, because sometimes making a tight grip is bothersome. If you don't happen to have a pair of mittens or gloves, you might have a couple of washcloths. You could wrap them around, and it softens the grip a little bit. Also, you'll notice that Carol and I will be doing most of these exercises towards the edge of our chairs. Our chairs that are nice and sturdy, no rockers, no rollers, a nice sturdy chair, so that when we move around, the chair does not move with us. So if you're in a chair, you'll want to make sure that your chair is sturdy, but if your back hurts, you may want to take a pillow or two and put it behind your back so your buttocks can be towards the edge of the chair. And that will enable your belly and your back to work really hard at keeping you in good posture. So also, because you've got a nice sturdy chair, and because we're going to be working out with someone we're going to be kind of winging around, you'll want to make sure you look up and not hit the ceiling fan, look wide, and make sure you're not going to whack anybody off to your side, and also the floor, because we're going to be stepping up and over a roly-poly object. Isn't that exciting?
Oh, I can't wait.
So while you're around the house looking for a roly-poly object, let's hear a health tip from Nancy.
Hi, I'm Nancy Dean, and I work at Yukon Health in Farmington, Connecticut as a research assistant on several flu trials. I'd like to share some helpful tips to stay healthy during flu season, especially in the home. Grandparents out there, when you have a newborn in the home, what you'd like to do is wash your hands before you touch that newborn. You don't want to give any germs to that newborn. Also, when your little ones come home from school, tell them to wash their school germs off, maybe with their favorite scented soap, and sing happy birthday while they're doing so. Another tip may be to once a week to take a Clorox wipe to your cell phone, your regular phone, Xbox controllers, remote controllers in the home, and also your front doorknob. While you're pumping gas, also to try to wear your gloves. Thank you for listening.
Okay, now that you have your roly-poly item, let's get our hands warmed up. We're going to place it on our thighs, and we're simply going to roll our hands over it. Now this does two great things. Actually three. Number one, it warms up the muscles and ligaments and tendons in our hand. It also gets our thighs ready. It's like a massage for our thighs. But two, it really reminds us of how much fun it was to make pie.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
You're kidding.
No, I was going to say that.
I'm feeling bad. I feel really bad about that. Okay, so we're making our fingers feel good and our thighs feel good and our stomach's feeling good to think we could have made pie.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's nice and easy. There you go. Rolling it back and forth. There you go. And you'll notice we're working our hip joint a little bit by rolling forward and back with our upper body. So we're getting the hip and back, a little bit of those low back muscles warmed up. Good work. And now we relax. We're going to take one hand under and one hand under. Nice tall posture, shoulders are relaxed. We want to make sure we don't grip too tightly because that could elevate your blood pressure. So we want a nice loose grip. So we're simply going to bring our hands to our chest and down. There you go. Excellent. You'll notice our postures are nice and tall. Our grip is very loose. There you go. We bring it all the way up. And if your shoulders bother you or your elbows bother you, then you might want to bring it up only a little. But trying is really, really important because every time you try, you'll get a little better and more confident. Like, I'm going to ask a question to Carol, even though she told me not to ask her any questions.
No.
It's like when you were doing a routine and you first learned it, you had to practice and practice.
Oh,
and
you
got better
practice
and
and
better.
practice, that's for sure.
Yep. So Carol can attest that practicing really helps you get perfect at it. Now we're going to hold it down on our thighs, and we're going to bring one hand palm down, the other hand palm down, and we're going to bring the backs of our hands to our shoulders. Does that feel any different?
Yeah.
Yep. So we're stretching out our forearms with this one as we bring our fingertips back and towards our shoulders. It's still a bicep curl, and we don't have a lot of weight. So we're working on endurance. So we're doing this a lot more times than we would if we had a weight. Then we wouldn't be able to do it.
No, not that many times.
That's right. Okay, here we are. Now we're going to roll our hands again because we've been wrapped
I
around.
like that.
Isn't this a good one? There you go. Our shoulders are back and down, and boy, we feel just great. Our heads are held high. There you go. And you know, when you exercise, you stand in better posture automatically and you look more confident. Okay, now we're going to put our stick in one hand right in the middle. There you go. A little bitty bend in the shoulder, and you're going to turn one end down and then the other. Good, good. So this is going to work, number one, your grip. Number two, your wrist flexibility. Also, your elbow gets a little work. And your shoulder has to stabilize. Good.
Almost like doing a baton.
Almost like doing a
I'm going to put on a
baton.
costume and do my little baton.
I'll bet
dance.
you've got a lot of dance costumes. Actually, we can show everybody how to do the baton.
Okay.
Okay, so how you do a baton is you hold it right here, and you take this bottom and you start to stir a pot. And then you're going to let your baby finger kind of push it around. You actually do a baton, don't you?
Just a little.
Yep, but you could.
Well, I try.
Could you throw it up and catch it?
No.
So this is how to do a baton. Pretty cool,
Look
huh?
at us.
Look at us.
Wow.
We need those boots with those big tassels.
Oh, I love them.
Uh-huh. And then we relax back down. Again, work those fingers. Make sure they're spread out. That was good. I wasn't planning to do the baton, but you know, you never know what I'm going to do because even I don't know what I'm going to do with Carol.
And I don't know what you're going to do either.
There you go. Okay, let's try the other side. You want to grip it in the middle and bring one end forward and the other hand back. And you'll find that when you do your non-dominant hand, it feels kind of weird.
It feels, yeah,
It feels kind of weird. It feels
not
like
as
it's
secure.
not as secure. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right. And then when you don't feel secure, again, just like practicing a dance, we don't know the steps in the beginning, but we get better and better at it. We're going to feel this in our hands as we grip it, but not too tightly, in our wrist, in our elbow. We even feel it a little bit in the whole arm. There you go. We're sitting nice and tall, and what we're going to do now is do our batons. I love that.
Good.
Okay, here's your little loop, and you're going to take this bottom. This is your spoon, and you have a pot down there. So you're going to stir the pot, and then you're going to make it bigger and bigger.
Whee!
You want to know where I learned how to do the baton?
Yeah.
I worked for my grandmother when I was 10 years old. She would give me chores and give me money, which was very exciting.
That's nice.
And then relax it back down. And I saved my money and I went to Newberry's and I bought a baton. Yep. And on the baton it had instructions on how to do it. And when I was first practicing, it had a rubber knob at each end.
Oh, right.
And I was practicing, I would like whack my arm, and I had bruises all over my upper arm from practicing the baton. But like Carol's dancing, I practiced and practiced and practiced, and I got pretty good. Not very good, but pretty good.
Any pictures in your little majorette outfit?
No, I never actually was a majorette, only in my mind.
Okay.
Okay, now let's grab it loosely. We're going to try 3 different positions with this one. We're going to try it with our hands close together. We're going to push and pull. So we extend the arms out without snapping the elbows. Our shoulders are relaxed and our chests are nice and high. So we're working the joint of the elbow. There you go. Now this is going to feel a little bit different. We're going to hold it in, bring our hands about equidistant apart, and push and pull. So automatically you feel a few more muscles working in that upper back. So we've gone from a close grip to a mid grip, and then we're going to go to wide grip, and we are really going to feel it then. And our shoulders are relaxed. We're nice and tall. It feels so good to move. Okay, let's bring our hands back. Bring hands all the way out to the ends. Relax the shoulders, because our shoulders are starting to fatigue now. Are you feeling any fatigue in the shoulders?
I feel it.
Out and in. Out and in. Good.
Nice.
And in. Now we're going to lean forward a little and back. Forward a little back. What we're starting to do is work the hip. As we lean forward, we work the back, because those back muscles have to pull us right back up into good stead. Then when we lean back a little behind our hips, our stomach muscles have to tighten up. Can you feel that a little bit? There you go.
I got a lot of stomach to feel.
Now when we come back, we're going to lift one leg. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Last one. Whoa, I could feel that. Could you feel that?
No.
That's the kind of exercise you have to kind of wiggle around.
Everything,
You have
yeah.
to really wiggle around to get all
Get
those
it loose.
muscles relaxed. Exactly. Okay, let's roll, roll, roll. Our chests are high. Our shoulders are down, and we breathe normally and naturally. Okay, now we're going to have some fun. Our upper body is really enjoying a nice relaxation while we take the stick and put it down right between our feet. Okay. So there you go. It's right between your feet. Now you want to leave enough room on either side so that you can pick one foot up like this, tap it over and back. So before you even do that, you want to make sure the belly's pulled in, the chest is high. If you're worried because you're at the edge of the chair, you might fall off. You might want to hold on to the sides of the chair or hold the back of the chair, but you want to feel nice and secure. If you're ready, let's touch one foot over and then the other. Here we go. 1 and 2. There you go. You see, Carol knew I was going to do repetitions. So we go 1 foot and then the other.
Okay.
1 foot over and then the other.
Foot out.
Good. Carol just did that for you so that you would see when you learn something for the very first time, it's important to know that making mistakes is A-okay. That was very nice of you to do
And
that
I
on
make
purpose.
a lot of them. Don't kid yourself.
We all make a lot of them. It's just that some of us try to hide them. There you go. But it's making mistakes that help us learn where we have to get
That's
a little
right.
bit better. So, now we're going to take this foot and go over 4 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Switch feet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Go 2, 1 and 2. Switch now. 1 and 2. Alternate. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Wow, I could feel that in my legs, could you?
I did.
Yeah. So your thighs really get a
Really?
workout. It's also very important to pick up our feet. Sometimes we trip if we don't pick up our feet. It's easy to kind of slough around. So picking up our feet is really, really important. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to take this foot, tap out, bring it in and over.
Oh,
Got it?
tricky.
Yes. Out, in, over, and out, in, over, and out, in, over. One more time, and you are done. Ah,
I did it.
of course you
I'm
did.
proud of myself.
I am proud of you.
Thank
and
you.
I'm proud of you. Everybody's doing their very best. Here we go. Out and over and out and over and out and over. 2 more times and 1 more time. Go out and over. Ah. Yay, everybody did that. But boy, your legs
Your
really
legs
felt
feel it.
that. So what I'm going to do is exactly something for Carol and you and me. We're going to slide our buttocks all the way back.
I like
feel
that.
how good that feels. And we're going to extend one leg and curl the toe in. So you can really feel that thigh tighten right up. Point, flex. All while we're doing this, we're pushing our belly towards our back. Good. Keeping these ankles flexible is very, very important. Then we hold the foot, flex, we roll it out and in and out and in. Yeah, when you really focus on this. There you go. You
Is
got
that
it. Perfect. It's kind
I
of
have
like
trouble with the out.
it's like a half a windshield wiper.
Yeah.
There you go. Out and in. Now circle. In and out. Good job. And reverse. Other way. Good job. And relax that foot. Now, believe it or not, the thigh was working the whole time. Even though we were working the ankle, the thigh was holding that leg up. Yeah, so here we go. Let's tighten this leg and point and flex. When you point, you'll feel a stretch on the top of the foot. And you'll feel the bottom of your foot contract and the muscle behind your leg contract. That's your calf on the back of the lower leg. Good. Good. Now hold it right up and roll it in and out. Well, your out's good on that one.
Yeah.
If your leg is extended, you could feel it all the way up to your hip. Can you feel it all the way up to your
Oh,
hip?
yeah.
Don't you love having Carol? She tells it like it
Oh.
is. Like I'm going, woo, 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 woo. Carol Carol goes, are you kidding?
No.
And circle. Big circle. Good work. Another direction. You're doing great. Hang in there. If Carol and I can do it, you can do it. And relax. That was really good. It was really good when we're done. Let's side the buttocks towards the edge of the chair. We're going to pick up our roly-poly item, and with our buttocks at the edge of our chair, we're going to sweep this behind us. And we're going to bring our hands all the way out to the ends. Doesn't that feel good? Our spines are long and beautiful. We're going to breathe in, and when we breathe out, we're going to bring this hand forward. Feel a nice stretch on the opposite side. Slowly come back to center. Bring this hand forward and feel that nice stretch on the opposite side. Then we'll come back to center. We breathe in, and as we breathe out, we lean forward a little bit. Feel the stretch in the chest. There you go. Oh, that's perfect. Now my arms are wide, so it's easier for me. Carol's arms are a little closer together, and it's tougher for her. Although she never makes it look hard. I mean, what's up with that? And then slowly we come back to center. Now we're going to drop one hand and lift the other, leaning to the side. Coming back to center, dropping all the while our spines are nice and long. Our heads are held high. And then we slowly come back to center. Leaning a little bit, back to center, leaning a little bit, and done. Could you feel that a little bit?
More than a little bit.
More than a little bit. Yes, indeed. So, of course, we want to roll those hands, roll those hands. Whenever I say roll those hands, it reminds me of head 'em up, move 'em up, move 'em up, move 'em up. It's rawhide.
Rawhide.
There you go. Good work. Okay, let's put it back on the ground. Good. And hold on to our chair if it's comfortable for you. But make sure your spine is nice and long, because even though we're working the lower body, the upper body has to stay nice and stable. And remember the importance of turning up the corners of your mouth. Doesn't it make you just feel better?
Oh, yes.
It does. So, we're going to bring one foot very close to the stick. The other foot, the heel taps in front of the toe, out to the side, and then behind the toe. Good. Side, front, side, back, side, front, side. Do your best.
Brain don't
Side.
let me down.
That's right. There you go. Last one. You're done. How was that? And your brain
Tricky.
stayed with you. Yay. Okay, now this foot goes very close. There you go. So this foot is going to do all the work. And I'll tell you a little trick. If you pull the heel back a little bit, it goes easier like this. But if you put the front a little bit, it goes easier touching back. So you have to find that middle ground. All right? And you can experiment. If you're ready, here we go. Cross front to the side, toe back to the side, and front, and side, and back, and side. Cross front, and side, and back. Two more. Cross front, and side, and back. Last one now. Cross front, and side, and back, and you are done. Yay! Now that's really picking the foot up. The foot really had to come up because you had to exaggerate the move. That was excellent.
Can I just take a sip?
Great idea.
I am so thirsty.
I am so thirsty too, and I'll bet you are. Let's have a sip of water. Water is so good for us. Water's good for your skin and your eyes and your hair and your internal organs. It's good for processing your food. Water's just so doggone good. And whenever we complained and said, Mom, I have a headache, she'd say, drink some water, you'll feel much better. Mom, I don't feel good, have a drink of water, you'll feel much better.
Did it work?
Yes, but I think it didn't necessarily work. Our mother just said it would, and of course, so we just assumed that we were going to feel better. Yeah. So remember, if you have a headache or aren't feeling well, feeling very well, just drink your water. Okay. So, if you're ready,
I'm ready.
One more. Let's pick up our stick. Our buttocks are towards the edge of the chair. We're gonna get those abdominals. But in the beginning, it's gonna be nice and easy. Remember, when your hands are wrapped around your roly-poly item, you are not squeezing too tightly. So we lean back and the stick comes up. Then we feel our stomachs tighten up. And as we come up, we bring our hands up over our head just a little bit. And then we lean back a little bit. Feel that stomach tighten up? Good job. So this is why it's really important with our buttocks to the edge of the chair. Because if they're too far back, when you lean back, you're going to be hitting the back of the chair. There you go. Good work. Our shoulders are relaxed and down, and boy, this just feels terrific. We relax the stick down, and we bring the stick up. You may even have one hand that goes much higher than the other, but that one hand is nice and strong, and it's kind of dragging the less flexible arm up. And so this is very good for you, but always remember, if you have any pain, that's your body's way of telling you, no, 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 no. Now we're going to hold it back down, and we're going to pretend this is a paddle, and we're in a kayak, and you're going to push the water back, so we can float around in our kayak. Now let's see, where are you in your kayak?
I'm going down the river.
Going down the river. There you go. We're paddling down the river. We're here to show you that you can paddle your own canoe. When you get stronger, you can paddle your own canoe. And I am just about tired of my canoe. How about you?
I think so.
Me too. So let's relax our stick down, interlace our fingers, and push. Very nice. Let's sit nice and tall and bring our hands a little to one side. Good work. Come back to center and bring them back to the other side. We really worked our shoulders and arms. So we pull our shoulders up and back and down. Now we're going to go very quickly. We're going to pull the knee in, stretch it out, bend it, and down. Grab the other knee, pull it in, stretch it, bend it, and down. Open up the hands, draw the elbows back, lift the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, open your heart, and relax. Interlace the fingers, push away, push up a little, over to the side, back to center, and down, over to the side, and center. Shake everything out. All your cares and worries. Goodbye. And we take a great big breath in, and as you exhale, what do you know?
All will be well.
Yoo-hoo!
Yay!
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.